Hello Fragheads, Joanna here, and in today's video, I will be talking about my most hated viral, niche, and designer perfumes. 2 weeks ago, I made a video about my most hated viral Middle Eastern perfumes, and I got a lot of feedback from you guys to the point that one of you recommended me to do a niche and designer version of that. So yeah, Petya, if you're watching, this video is actually your idea. And before we start, once again, I want to let you guys know that these are my own personal opinion and experience from these fragrances. So basically, these are the worst perfumes on my skin, my experience, okay? So if I mention your favorite perfume, just remember that you're hearing an opinion here, just like all the other perfume videos that you're watching in social media. Keep in mind, there's no perfume made yet loved by everyone. By the way, if you're new here, my name is Joanna and I do reviews and recommendations of affordable and luxury fragrances in my channel. Now, if that sounds appealing to you, then please do keep watching and consider subscribing. I only have 5 perfumes to talk about, okay? Because I will say that I actually like most of the perfumes that I've been trying, meaning to me, they smell good, but not every perfume falls into the love category. Now, the 5 perfumes that I'm going to talk about today, though, are an immediate no, okay? These fragrances are not for me. These fragrances didn't work out with my skin chemistry. I didn't like them at all, and I will never wear them. So basically, they didn't even pass to the like button. This is below like, and yep, will never wear. So I'm gonna start with the designer category, okay? And I only have 2 perfumes to talk about. I would say that most designer perfumes are very wearable and mass appealing. There's nothing wrong with them, even though most of them smell alike, okay? But the 2 that I'm going to mention today are just not for me. Starting off with Chanel number 5. I just can't. I really just can't, because that to me is an aldehydes bomb with heavily scented vintage makeup powder. I can't do Chanel number 5. I will never forget. I smelled it for the first time on a colleague of mine, and she was quite mature. So that mature ex-colleague of mine wore it to work. And if you still don't know, I used to work in an airplane. So having said that, it is a closed capsule. And I'll never forget that she really disturbed my nose during that flight. And I just couldn't tell her. She was so proud to let me know that Chanel number 5 is her favorite fragrance and it's the best perfume ever. She even let me sniff it. I just nodded. I didn't say anything. Instead, I told her my favorite perfume during that time. I just don't vibe with Chanel number 5. And I know it is very popular and viral maybe years ago. And a lot of you love that fragrance. A lot of you even consider it as a masterpiece. I like aldehydes if done in a light, airy, and clean way. And Chanel number 5 is just like a polarizing aldehydes to me, and just the vintage makeup powder smell, I can't deal with it. Okay, I'm gonna get a lot of hate with this fragrance. Mugler Alien, okay? Hear me out. Okay, years ago, I was never into floral perfumes, okay? And during those years ago, Alien was a perfect example of a floral perfume that I will never wear. It was too much for me. I don't know. It is dark and sexy. Yes, I get that. But the jasmine is just too indolic for me. And even though now that I am doing this perfume review in social media, I still don't like Alien. It is not meant for me, which is weird because I actually like jasmine in fragrances. I have a lot of jasmine dominant perfumes in my collection. However, I just can't. It is a polarizing jasmine and amber scent that is too heavy for my liking. Is it a nice fragrance though? Well, I think it is more than nice. I think it's actually epic considering the amount of fans that Alien has. In the aircraft, we used to do duty free, like we sell perfumes on board. Alien is our best seller during that time. If there's a perfume that a passenger will ask, it will always be Alien. If there's a perfume that will be out of stock during the flight, it will be Alien. And I also had a lot of colleagues wearing Alien during that time. Probably that's why Alien was too much for me. Even now that I think I am more accustomed to scents because of what I do in social media, it's still a no for me. It's not the kind of vibe that I want to portray, if you know what I mean. But I think it's a masterpiece though. I think Alien deserves the virality that it had. However, it's not for me. All right, next three perfumes are all niche. And if you watch my channel, you know that Chubros Astral by Maison Crivoli didn't work out for me. To me, that smells like cumin, heady tuberose, and ashtray. Yeah, I can always picture like tuberose and cumin in an ashtray. I know a lot of you love that fragrance, but the cumin was too strong. It was too spicy. And with the addition of that heady tuberose, plus there's a certain ashtray vibes that I'm getting out of that fragrance, it is just a no. Performance though is amazing, and I think if you love that fragrance, good for you. But if you hate it or if it didn't work out for you, then that very good performance might not be a good idea. Is there anybody here who felt the same way with Chubros Astral? Can you let me know in the comments down below, because yeah, I need some validation. That fragrance has been loved by so many. It was even considered as one of the best of 2024. But yeah, not for me because it didn't work out with my skin chemistry. Next up is Orman Sakura. Now that fragrance was first hyped up 2 years ago, and during that time I heard this is such an amazing cherry blossom scent. I blind bought it and it was such a fail. I even considered it as like my worst blind buy of 2023 because on me that just smells like BO. It was very sour and spicy. I definitely didn't get cherry blossom there. I just got coriander and lime. Yeah, so basically sour and spicy that, yeah, just smells like coriander and lime. And what's funny is that it smells good on paper. However, when I tested it on my skin, it was just awful. And I bought a bottle, by the way, okay? It wasn't decant, so I know that I just couldn't make it work out. I tried to like it several times and I just knew that it wasn't for me. The fact that it turned sour, and I would say a lot of perfumes turn sour on me. Orman Sakura is one of them. And the last fragrance that I'm going to talk about, which is Blanch Bet by Liquid Imaginaires. I know a lot of you adore Blanch Bet, but on me, it smells like baby puke / expired milk. It was just so bad. And you know, the sourness that I am getting is mixed with the strong tuberose. I couldn't make it work. I finished the decant of that because I was trying really hard to like it because I felt like I was the only person who didn't like that fragrance. And I made a video about it actually. I was surprised by the amount of people who responded to that video and said, oh my God, I feel the same. And I thought it was just me. However, my feelings was validated by a lot of you. So yeah, I know that it wasn't just me, to the point that I already consider that Blanch Bet DNA not for me. And even though I believe that it is a good fragrance, it doesn't work well with my skin chemistry. And I know it is because of that. So, this skin chemistry, weather condition, pH level of skin really matters when it comes to scent. That's why it is imperative to sample a perfume before you buy it, because you'll never know. Even though your most favorite perfume influencer's favorite might not work out for you. And it is not because they lied. It is because a perfume was just not meant for you. It is not your vibe. It didn't go well with your skin chemistry and pH level. And it's okay. The point of this video is to normalize that it's okay for us not to like a fragrance that is loved by so many. To be honest, the number one thing that I love the most about perfumes is the mystery behind the scents that we are getting. Because as you know, perfumes are subjective and all of us have their own interpretations of fragrances. And that fascinates me so much, to the point that it inspired me to start my YouTube channel about perfumes, because it is something that challenged me. What do you think? Today was a very casual and honest perfume talk. I want to know what you think of it. What are the worst perfumes that you've ever tried that you will never use, or shall I say, you will never imagine wearing yourself? I would like to know, and the community as well would love to know. So leave them in the comments down below. Once again, thank you all so much for watching, and please don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, because it helps my channel to grow and to be seen here in social media. Once again, thank you all so much for watching, and see you on my next one. Bye!